Blue Jays win a series against the New York Yankees. I don't think a lot of people saw this coming about a week ago, and they did it. Wilmer Font starts the ball game, gives up the one run, and TJ Zoik comes in and does a fantastic job. And the Blue Jays offense, led by Randall Grichuk, gets the job done, winning 6-4 and winning the ball game and winning the series. Now the Yankees and Jays are going in complete opposite directions. However, if you're a young Jays team heading into the offseason and you just won a series against the Red Sox, now you've just won a series against the Yankees. You have one more against the Yankees in the Bronx. Now, how's that going to go? I'm not sure. But all I do know is that other than that 13-3 whomping yesterday, you won Game 1, 6-5 in extras, and you won 6-4 today at Rogers Center. What a job of the Blue Jays there today. And as I said, Wilmer Font got the open, and he went in and gave up a hit, gave up a run. It was the home run to Aaron Judge, a 96-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle. You don't do that to Aaron Judge, because he's going to hit it a long way, and he did just that, making it 1-0 Yankees early on. Then in the bottom of the second inning, the Blue Jays start to get some hits going, right? And it all started with 2 out and nobody on. They bring in Montgomery, who hasn't pitched in apparently a couple of years or a year and a half or whatever it's been. It's been over a year at least. And Brandon Drury doubles with 2 out. Usually 2 out double doesn't mean a whole lot. But then Billy McKinney singles to center field. The throw comes home, and it's eventually cut off. However, Drury's safe at home, and McKinney, right as he sees the throw go, and it's past second, he boogies to second, slides in safely, and the Blue Jays have tied it at 1, and now McKinney is now in scoring position, and a big play there. And next up, Richard Uranian, he doubles off the center field wall. McKinney comes in, and the Blue Jays are in front. It's now 2-1. Now in comes TJ Zoik, and he has a tough first inning, against the Yankees. Gets a ground ball from Romine, but then Wade singles, LeMahieu doubles, Wade scores, then he walks Judge on 4 pitches, then Gregorius singles, and just like that, the Blue Jays are down 3-2. But after that, he settles down, does TJ Zoik. I thought he did a fantastic job. The key to this, I think the key to this game for TJ Zoik is that first and third 1-out situation where he had Gleyber Torres at the dish. He got him to pop out to Biggio. He walks Brett Gardner, but then he gets Voit to ground into the fielder's choice. After that, he was absolutely fantastic. 1-2-3, top of the 4th, 1-2-3, top of the 5th. Walks Brett Gardner, but other than that, goes 1-2-3 in the 6th. And I think he gives up a double in the 7th, gets a pop out, and that's his night. So other than that, early woe from TJ Zoik, he settled down and did an awesome job. And that shows me the type of composure he has on the mound. You've got a daunting task. You've got the New York Yankees at your throat right now. You're already trailing 3-2. There's a runner at third and an amazing player at the plate in Gleyber Torres. But you get him out. You get out of that inning, not allowing any more, and your team only down by 1. And then he goes shutout the rest of the way. Now, ideally, that double he gave up in the top of the 7th comes around to score on an error by Richard Urania. And that was a rough error, I gotta say, he had a tough time there, did Richard Urania, because he looked like he had trouble right from the get-go, right? He got the ground ball. It looked like he was a little shaky even getting the ground ball. Then it took him a while to throw it because he couldn't get a grip, and then he overthrew it and it went into the crowd, and it was basically, obviously an error, and a run came in, and he ended up at second base, so that was not an earned run on TJ Zoik, so that's a positive there. But let's get to the offense, right? You're down 3-2 now. And you want to get back into this ball game. In the very next half inning, after they throw up the 2 spot and they grab the lead, Randall Grichuk comes up and he gets a 2-0 pitch. It was up. This ball was up and maybe even out of the strike zone, but he found a way to get bat to eye level and straight across. He did an amazing job at Randall Grichuk getting bat to ball and hits it into I guess it was over the fence, just out of the reach out of Aaron Judge, and it puts the Jays back in the ball game. It's 3-3. And then we go 2 innings later. In the bottom of the 5th inning, the Jays got a couple of guys on. And you know why I'm so happy with this inning that the Blue Jays put together in that bottom of the 5th? It was small things. You know, how did Bo Bichette get on? An infield bunt single. He sees guys are playing back, so he does a perfect push bunt beyond the pitcher, but in that kind of dead area between, the pitcher and short and third. And throws late from the third baseman, and he's safe at first. Great job, great heads-up baseball from Bo Bichette. Next up, Cavan Biggio grinds in at bat and walks, I think it brought up Rowdy Tellez and whatnot, but it eventually comes to Randall Grichuk, and he gets a fastball inside. Now, it was only an 88-mile-an-hour fastball, so that's something you can turn on, and he does, and hits it into the second deck. Randall Grichuk, 3-run bomb, and now it's a 6-3 Jays lead. We have talked about this many, many times about the Blue Jays, and it's about sports in general. When you get opportunities, you make them count. And the Blue Jays had 2 runners on there, and Randall Grichuk made it count as he brought them all home, brought them home plus himself to basically give the Jays the 3-run lead. How did the Jays score their first 2 runs? It was a rally with 2 outs at the bottom of the lineup. It's an amazing job by the Blue Jays. You saw Brandon Drury double, Billy McKinney single, and Richard Urania double, all with 2 out. 2 out clutch knocks and a big 3-run home run, and it propels the team to victory. And the top of the 7th, obviously that error happens from Richard Urania. But TJ Zoik, his line ends as so: 5 1/3, 5 hits. Again, remember, 3 of them happened in that 1 inning. He gave up 3 runs. 2 were earned, obviously, because of the throwing error. He had 5 strikeouts, and he walked 3 guys. And 1 was in that inning where nothing happened. It was just a walk, and he otherwise went 3 down. One of the walks was in that rough inning that he had. So he did an amazing job the rest of the way. He did a fantastic job. He had 5 strikeouts as well. People love looking at the ERA stats. We had 5.40 ERA going into the ballgame, 4.61 leaving the ballpark, and he picks up his first big league victory to TJ Zoik and is against the New York Yankees. That's pretty nice. Great job by him in relief. I've been really impressed today from what we've seen. We haven't had a really impressive start from him yet, but I think today was one of those, and I liked what we saw from him today. And Derek Law, other than getting in the run against him, even though it wasn't really his fault. It was the ground ball to Uranian. He overthrew it. He went 2/3 an inning, didn't allow a hit, didn't walk a batter, got a strikeout. Good job by him. And his ERA, guys, is 4.66. People are going to say, well, it's not that good. No, but I'd say about a month and a half ago, it was in the mid-6s. So he's done an incredible job over the last little while. Sam Gaviglio, no one's talking about him, but he's put a really good stretch together. Went an inning, walked a guy, had a couple strikeouts, nothing else doing, an ERA of 4.42. And Ken Giles comes out and goes 1, 2, 3. Ball game, Blue Jays win. And it's his 20th save of the year. ERA drops to 1.88 for Ken Giles. And the Blue Jays win the series. Great stuff for Blue Jay fans today. Great stuff there. By the way, if you guys are wondering, well, James, why is the video a little bit late, bud? Well, I was at the TFC game with my dad. It's a great. It was a great match. TFC won at 3-2, and they're that close to punching their ticket into the playoffs, so it was a great atmosphere down there at BMO Field there today. Now let's talk about the offense for the Blue Jays. They scored 6 runs. I think they had 9 hits, or 8 or 9 hits. They had 8 hits in the ball game. Your top of the lineup got the job done. And when they're doing their work, you're going to win a lot of ball games. Bichette went 2 for 4, obviously with the bunt single, and he had, I think it was a leadoff double to start the ball game, actually, for us. Scored a run as well, obviously, on the 3-run home run. Cavan Biggio went 0 for 3, but as he always does, finds a way to get on base. He walked once and came around the score on the Grichuk home run. Speaking of Randall Grichuk, goes 2 for 4, of course, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, and a couple runs scored. Good for him. He had a great ball game. And Randall Grichuk continues to build on his career-high numbers. With the 4 RBIs today, Grichuk now has 71 RBIs in the year. He's got 68 runs scored, 28 home runs. Look, people can say all they want about his batting average only being in the 230s and on base of only 282. He strikes out a lot, but he connects for the long ball. He's got 28 home runs. He's probably going to hit 75 RBIs this year on a team that for the longest time they haven't got on base a lot. So to put Randall Grichuk in a situation where he's going to succeed and do a good job like he did today, it was really nice to see. You know, Rowdy Tellez had a tough one. Hernandez had a tough one. Hernandez has been struggling lately. Same with Rowdy Tellez. 0 for 7 combined with 4 strikeouts. Not a very good ball game from those two guys. Reese McGuire continues to sprinkle in some hits. He went 1 for 4 in the ball game today. Good to see for him. Brandon Drury 1 for 4. Obviously started that 2-out rally there in, I think it was the 3rd inning. Scored a run in the game. Was it the 3rd? Yes. No, it was the 2nd, excuse me. Billy McKinney goes 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Good to see for him. And Richard Urania continues to find a way to hit the ball pretty well. Went 1 for 2 with an RBI in the ball game. He's hitting .264 on the season as a Blue Jay. Great to see from him. Now, with that series done, and if I'm not mistaken, that is the stretch of crazy, stupid, good teams that we were facing. That stretch is over. The reason I say that is because after the off day tomorrow, the Blue Jays head to Camden Yards to take on the Baltimore Orioles, one of the ballparks that I got to visit, and it was awesome. They're in Baltimore, Camden Yards. They're Tuesday night, excuse me. Trent Thornton, Dylan Bundy is the starting pitching matchup there on Tuesday, and I'm really intrigued to see from Trent Thornton because remember his last outing, he went 5 no-hit innings in relief. I mean, obviously, I think it was One More Fun was the opener, and then he came in afterwards, and he was 5 no-hit innings against the Red Sox. And as we heard about Clay Buchholz showing them the curveball, showing them a changeup, and that kind of stuff, I'm assuming he's gonna do the exact same thing he did against Boston against the Orioles. The question will be, will he succeed? But we're going to have to wait and see how it all plays out on Tuesday night. Game 2, Clay Buchholz against Aaron Brooks at 7:07 on Wednesday. And then Thursday at 7:05, it says Wait, hold on. Okay, it says Aaron Brooks again. So that's obviously not going to happen. So we're not sure who the starters are on Thursday night at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed this video and you guys enjoyed the ball game and these last 2 series, smack that like button to appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the game, your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on everything towards this Blue Jays team. What do you think of Grichuk today? What are your thoughts on Randall Grichuk? What were your thoughts on Bo Bichette today? What do you think of TJ Zoik in his first big league dub? I want to hear your thoughts on everything towards this Blue Jays team. All right, check out my man Mo Buckets on Twitter, guys. Blue Jays Wave on Instagram. Twitter is down below for myself. Follow up, send me a DM, guys. Do all that great stuff, and I will talk to you guys. Leafs edition. You're a darn toot. You heard me right. In the preseason preview video tomorrow night. There's no Jays game tomorrow, so I thought, why not give you guys a Leaf video to process. It's going to be the preseason preview there tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly when I'll get a chance to upload it, but it will be at a half-decent time tomorrow evening. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to get the season underway for the Leafs, the highly anticipated season, as the first preseason game starts on Tuesday night against, I think it's the Ottawa Senators. But I'll talk to you guys tomorrow in the preseason preview. And as for our Blue Jays, like we talked about, they play on Tuesday after the day off tomorrow, 7:05, excuse me. 2 minutes off. First pitch at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Trent Thornton on the mound for the Blue Jays. Dylan Bundy on the mound for the Orioles. All right, so let's see how we've done a great job against the Red Sox and the Yankees, and now you're playing the Orioles. What can this Blue Jays team do? We're going to have to wait and see, though. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Talk to you guys then.